Hi, my name's Amir from Concordia University, and today I'll be presenting my DRI DRAC Champions Cohort project titled Breaking Barriers in AI for Materials and Molecules. So, the overall arcing goal of the project is to improve access to AI tools and training for materials research in Canada. In terms of who we're focused on, certainly everybody, but also specifically equity seeking groups such as geographically isolated researchers and women scientists. There's three key component activities to my project, that being the tutorial slash workshops, the survey, and the community group. So the surveys is to just help identify barriers and needs. The webinar workshops are on data preparation, structure prediction, and workflow automation. The community group is just to help get the word out and create discussion. But the collaborators with me are students, scientists, and professors. The material is published open access on GitHub and YouTube. And with all of this, we hope to build an inclusive, collaborative community for AI-driven materials research. In terms of the more project specifics, the survey, like I said, is an insight into the interests and barriers for users and equity-seeking groups, as well as post-event feedback as well. We also, the workshops, we're going to advertise them in women in STEM and comp sci groups and other AI groups that are part of the local universities here in Montreal. And finally, those workshops, they're recorded live and done either on Zoom or another platform, and we will publish them on YouTube. The community group includes like a Teams group as well as a LinkedIn, just to allow users to discuss maybe published work they've seen that really interests them, maybe future events they'd like to see, and also potentially have the students collaborate amongst each other and share their own contact details. So the learning process for me, so one thing about these tutorials for AI tools and software, it was quite a few skills that I didn't typically learn in my field of, chemical engineering. So one of the most valuable activity, I think, from the OLS training to me was the open canvas. This just provided a good visualization of all the key components. So, when I think about what are the resources that I have and what are they for, when I think about the contributors and what are they contributing to, and et cetera, and as well as the users and what user channels are available, how can they provide feedback to me as well, and et cetera. That was Open Canvas helped me visualize and divide up all those key components. So that was very useful. The next core pillar was about open software. Certainly, I'd heard about GitHub, but learning how to fork, commit, push, pull, that was very important to have good backups of our work. Jupyter Notebook, I know already from software and teaching software, but a more niche tool, for example, Docker containers, was new. That helps minimize the setup time and the barriers of setting things up that need all these packages. And it also ensures a reproducible environment, which is very important for good science and good results. Lastly, there was the Magic Castle, which is a software for DRAC that can help provide some cluster or compute power to a tutorial or workshop event. The other big pillar was open data, which is a huge thing for materials, informatics, and these modeling. And we need major data sets, also benchmarks, as well as the algorithms themselves. So these can be easily made available on GitHub. Also, Hugging Face, which is very popular for hosting all sorts of data. More relevant to my field would be materials bench discovery and all the benchmarks associated with these models, and materials project to store all the information and properly set it up, all these exotic molecules. So with all that said, looking ahead, I'll be working on the difficulties in reaching geographically isolated researchers in the field in Canada. Potentially outside of Canada, I'll be using Google Colab to help streamline that. And finally, I'd like to thank Digital Research Alliance Canada DRI Champions Program for funding this initiative, as well as OLS for providing the training. Thank you very much.